What's up, guys? Welcome back to another edition of 101 Sports and Cards. I'm Nathan Holloway, and with me, George.
What's up?
We're starting the NFL, where Aaron Rodgers was activated off the IR today, but he will not be playing this season due to the Jets being eliminated from the playoffs, and he is also not exactly 100% cleared, so I don't know why they even took him off the IR. The Chargers, they got absolutely murdered by the Raiders. I'll talk about that in a second, but they finally fired Brandon Staley. They also fired their GM. Dang, I even misspelled his name. I don't even care. I hope Brandon Staley never coaches in any form of football again because he doesn't deserve it. It's going to be hilarious next year whenever they make the playoffs and are one of the best AFC teams. And then Brandon Staley's going to be looking, oh, I screwed up, didn't I? Yeah, you did. C.J. Stroud's likely out again this Sunday against the Browns. He's still in concussion protocol. And Will Levis is doubtful to play this Sunday against the Seahawks. Week 15 recap. The Raiders demolished the Chargers 63-21. Aiden O'Connell had 248 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Bengals came back to beat your Minnesota Vikings 27-24 in overtime. Jake Browning had 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. T. Higgins had 61 yards and 2 touchdowns, one of which was quite impressive. The Colts beat the Steelers 30-13. Gardner Minshew had 215 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mason Rudolph is going to be the starting quarterback for the Steelers this weekend as he will replace Mitch Trubisky. The Lions blew out the Broncos 42-17. Jared Goff 278 yards and 5 touchdowns. Sam Laporta also had a huge game. He had 3 touchdowns in it as well. The Bucs beat the Packers 34-20. Baker had 381 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a perfect 158.3 passer rating. Jordan Love played well, 284 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's just the Packers' defense sucks. Although they should. The Dolphins shut out the Jets 30-0, 224 yards and a touchdown. Waddle had 142 yards and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill did not play in this game. The Texans beat the Titans 19-16 in overtime. Case Keenum was the starter. He had 229 yards and a touchdown and 1 pick. Devin Singletary had 121 rushing yards. The Saints beat the Giants 24-6. Derek Carr 218 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Panthers beat the Falcons 9-7. Bryce Young had 167 yards. Chuba Hubbard had 87 rushing yards, and Taylor Heineke is set to replace Desmond Ridder once again. Why they switched back to Ridder, I don't know. The Browns beat the Bears 20-17 after Darnell Mooney dropped the game-winning Hail Mary pass and ended up in an interception. Joe Flacco had 374 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Amari Cooper 109 yards and a touchdown on just 4 catches, and David Njoku had 104 yards and a touchdown. The Chiefs beat the Patriots 27-17. Mahomes had 305 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. One of them was off another drop by guess who?
Kadarius Toney.
Yeah. How's he even on the team?
He's bad, dude. What happened? Was he solid at the Giants? No, he wasn't.
49ers blew out the Cardinals 45-29. Brock Purdy had 242 yards and 4 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey had 187 total yards and 3 total touchdowns. And Debo had 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Rams beat the Commanders 28-20. Stafford had 258 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Kyron Williams continues his impressive season. 152 yards and a touchdown. The Bills dominated the Cowboys 31-10. Josh Allen, he didn't have to do much. He had only 94 yards and a touchdown. James Cook, though, had 221 total yards and 2 touchdowns. The Ravens dominated the Jags on Sunday night 23-7. Lamar 171 passing yards, a touchdown and a pick. He also added 97 rushing yards. And the Seahawks stunned the Eagles 20-17 off a Drew Lock touchdown pass to Jackson Smith and Jigba in the last minute.
That was a great catch. I don't know how he caught it.
I don't get it.
That was a good game.
Drew Lock had 208 yards and a touchdown. Kenneth Walker had 86 yards and a touchdown. I did not watch this game because I was at work.
I watched the end of it. It was pretty good.
I turned it on as soon as Jalen Hurts decided that whenever there was still like 40 seconds left and they had 2 timeouts to just throw a ball deep into double coverage and get intercepted. So Week 16. The Week 16 preview. Thursday night is Saints and Rams. The Rams hold the final playoff spot in the NFC. The Saints, of course, are tied with them. And the Saints are tied with the Bucs for the lead in the terrible NFC South. So who wins?
Rams.
I'm going with the Rams. Saturday, Bengals and Steelers.
Bengals.
I'm also going with the Bengals. I don't. The Steelers are just bad. Like I didn't think they could get worse without Kenny Pickett, but they have. On Sunday, Browns and Texans. It will be a battle of the backups with Joe Flacco versus Case Keenum.
Is that a Christmas game?
No. Monday's Christmas. This is Sunday.
So Christmas Eve, yeah. Browns. Joe Flacco, baby.
I'm also going with the Browns. I think their defense is just going to dominate the Texans. Jaguars and Bucks. The Jags are struggling. The Bucks are they're playing really well.
Yeah, I'm going Buccaneers because Bagel is he's solid. I know.
I never thought them words would come out of your mouth. I'm also going to go with the Buccaneers at home. They need a win. Dolphins host the Cowboys. Who wins?
I'm going to go Cowboys.
I'm going with the Dolphins. The Cowboys cannot beat good teams on the road. They have not beat a good.
The Dolphins.
They have not beat a good team. Period. The Dolphins. They should have Tyreek back. This Cowboys defense can't cover the Dolphins. 2 Dolphins receivers. So I'm gonna go with Dolphins. On Christmas, there are 3 Christmas games. Only one is good. The first one is Raiders and Chiefs. I'm gonna go with an upset. I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Aiden O'Connell looks really good.
He is solid.
And
then
they almost won whenever they were at home against the Chiefs, and I don't trust the Chiefs receivers. Giants and Eagles.
This one's tough because Eagles have been bad. But I mean, the Giants ain't no battle. But I'm gonna go with Tommy freaking DeVito.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. They get it right at home. You know, if they lose this game, Philadelphia is gonna be booing Santa Claus again. Why are we having a Christmas Day game in Philadelphia? Come on, NFL. You've had this before. Hopefully it doesn't snow so that they won't be throwing snowballs at everybody. They've done that before as well.
It's just Philly.
And the best game, could be the best game of the year, the best team in the AFC versus the best team in the NFC right now, the Ravens and the 49ers.
Ravens is too inconsistent. I'm going Niners.
I'm going with the 49ers. I think it'll be a great game. The 49ers are the better team.
We'll have more rushing yards. Lamar Jackson or Christian McCaffrey.
Hopefully Lamar, because I'm facing Christian McCaffrey in fantasy. Yeah. So that is our Week 16 preview. The Christmas Day games are very bad.
Except for the last
I'll watch one Christmas Day game because I'm going to be watching other stuff on Christmas, which we're talking about right now because we're moving on to the association. John Morant returns, scoring 34 points and hitting a game winner last night against the Pelicans.
He hasn't skipped the beat.
It's good to see John back. Hopefully he doesn't do anything stupid, but his team has a lot of work to do. Yes, they are currently the second worst team in the West. Dame Lillard dropped 40 on my Spurs last night with them 40 points. He now joins the 20,000 point club, so congratulations to Dame. The Celtics lead the Bucks by half a game in the East. The Pistons continued their losing streak. They've lost 24 straight. They may never win. They lost the other day, and Cade put up 43 points for them.
Yeah, I saw that. How do you still lose when a guy puts 43 up?
Because it's the Pistons. The Timberwolves lead the Thunder by 3 games in the West. Of course, the Spurs ended their losing streak against the Lakers, but we're starting a new one because we've lost 2 straight games. The hottest team in the NBA, though, has been the Clippers. They have won 8 straight. They're finally clicking. Harden has been looking really good.
And they're all healthy.
They are.
So we've actually seen the full potential for once. It's been, 3 years in the making?
Been more than that. It's been since 2020.
Yeah.
Because that's when Kawhi went there. So the Christmas Day games, this is the more important Christmas slate because the NBA on Christmas is just a tradition unlike any other besides the Masters, since I just stole that from the Masters. So Christmas, the first game will be the Bucks and the Knicks. Second game will be Warriors. No, we're not giving our predictions. Warriors, Nuggets. The Celtics and the Lakers, I'm really surprised this isn't the primetime game, and instead it is the 76ers and Heat. And then, it's so nice that Luka's going to be in Phoenix to have his son around and Devin Booker when they take on the Suns.
Well, it's his Christmas present, drop 40 on his head.
Moving on to baseball, Tyler Glasnow got traded to the Dodgers.
Horrible move if you're into the Dodgers, but honestly, the Dodgers can't afford it if he sucks and is injured. So.
And the Pirates signed Andrew McCutchen and Martin Perez, so it looks like McCutchen probably going to be his last year.
Yeah. But at least he's going to get his going away.
He'll go out where he came in.
Which is awesome. I still like McCutchen. I like Cutchy.
And then the Diamondbacks, they signed Lourdes Gurriel Jr. to a 3-year, $42 million. Of course, we're still waiting on Yamamoto to finally sign. Apparently, Blake Snell is waiting on him to sign as well. See where Blake Snell wants to go. Still a lot of good free agents that have yet to sign. Of course, nobody's talking about them because we're too worried about Shohei Ohtani and what the name of his dog is. Nobody cares.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing that Giants dude. Like, who cares what the dog's name? Who cares? Who honestly cares?
Apparently the media.
The media's stupid.
Always Shohei's dog's like cute. The other one was like cute.
It's a freaking Pokemon.
We're on to college basketball. Last week, number 25 Northwestern got upset by Chicago State. Number 8 Creighton got upset by UNLV. Number 5 UConn took down number 10 Gonzaga. Number 6 Baylor got upset and blown out by Michigan State. Number 13, Clemson got upset by Memphis, and I was wrong. Number 3, Purdue took down number 1, Arizona. It was 92-84. I said Arizona would blow them out. I still don't trust Purdue. And 14, Kentucky beat number 9, UNC. So the new rankings are 1, Purdue, 2, Kansas, 3, Houston, 4, Arizona, and 5, UConn. Since the rankings have came out, number 23, Memphis, took down number 22, Virginia, and number 6, Marquette got upset by Providence last night. So, games to watch tonight. Right now, it's happening. Actually, yeah, it is right now. Number 10, Baylor is up 54-48 on number 21, Duke, and then later on, it will be 11 UNC and 7 Oklahoma. Of course, by the time you listen to this, you already know who have won. So, and then big game Saturday, 4 Arizona, 14 FAU. After Saturday, college basketball does not play again until next Wednesday. Of course, college football is, if you want to watch, they've been having bowl games all week. None of them matter until next weekend. Not this upcoming weekend, but next weekend. So next week we will give our predictions for the college football playoff. And, of course, the New Year's, well, not just college football playoff, but the New Year's 6 bowl games. So, yeah, I'm going to keep this very short. Because not a lot's happening in sports right now. For the NBA, Draymond got indefinitely suspended. I'm not going to go into it because they're making him go to counseling. Should happen a long time ago. Not a lot's going on in sports right now, especially in college sports and other sports that are not the big 4, well, besides hockey, I don't really talk about. I will talk about hockey next week because we're going to preview the Winter Classic, which will be in Seattle. It will be the battle of the 2 new teams, Vegas and the Kraken. So we'll preview that as well. Thank you guys for listening. As always, come back here next week and have a happy and Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate during this time of year. Be safe, especially if you're traveling this weekend. It's going to be hectic out there. So have a Merry Christmas. Watch some sports, especially basketball, and the Monday Night Football game. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Come back here next week. Peace.